Today we're taking a look at these NHL matches, which are happening on Wednesday, January 25, 2023, and giving you our team picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and make sure to watch it till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Also check out our Patreon if you want access our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link in description and comments section below. One more thing before we start, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link in the description and comments section below. This Thursday, the Boston Bruins will head to Tampa Bay to take on the Lightning at Amalie Arena. The Boston Bruins are without a doubt the NHL's most dominant team. Not only are the Bruins first overall in the league standings, but they are 16-4-1 on the road this season, which will be an issue for the Lightning in this matchup. The Bruins broke an NHL record earlier this week when they became the fastest NHL team in history, record 80 points in a season. The Bruins mean business this year, and the hockey world is taking notice. We know how good Tampa Bay is on home ice, posting an 18-4-1 record on the year after taking down Minnesota in their game Tuesday night. The problem for the Lightning is that they are dealing with a Bruins team that has been dominant regardless of venue this year. While Boston is a sparkling 22-1-3 on home ice, they are still extremely dangerous on the road, posting a 16-4-1 record as the visitors this season. Our team pick is Boston Bruins for the win. The Bruins are tied for the league in goals for per game, while they are leading the league by a wide margin in goals against per contest. That makes them extremely dangerous, even against a team that has plenty of firepower offensively. The Bruins have won 5 straight meetings, and this makes it 6 straight as they prevail on the road. Montreal Canadiens vs Detroit Red Wings. The Thursday NHL schedule will get underway with a battle between the Detroit Red Wings and the Montreal Canadiens for the Bell Center. The Red Wings, 2018-8, are 8 points back in the race for the final Eastern Conference playoff spot and are led in scoring by Dylan Larkin with 42 points. On Tuesday, Andrew Kopp scored 25 seconds into overtime to lift Detroit to a 3-2 home victory versus San Jose. Despite the Canadiens winning 5 of their last 9 outings, question marks still remain over their ability to sustain a continuously solid run of form. The Habs have managed to bank just a single victory in their previous 8 contests against opponents from the Atlantic Division, while the team's last 10 domestic escapades have seen Montreal triumph in just 4 of them. The Red Wings, on the other hand, will be taking positives from their most recent 2-1-1 overall tally, going 1-0-1 in their very last 2 road outings. Our team pick is Detroit Red Wings for the win. The imminent return of Tyler Bertuzzi, who missed Detroit's previous 2 fixtures with a lower body injury, will also be a major boost for the Wings, who, most importantly, have already snatched 6 wins in their past 9 head-to-head meetings against the Canadiens. Washington Capitals vs Pittsburgh Penguins. 2 names, Sidney Crosby vs Alex Ovechkin. A matchup of 2 of the NHL's most iconic superstars in hockey history. Crosby and the Penguins will hit the road this Thursday to Washington to take on Ovechkin and the Capitals at Capital One Arena. There is a lot at stake in this game, as the Capitals and Penguins are both in the 2 wildcard spots in the Eastern Conference, with 56 points apiece. This is going to be a great game between 2 teams eager to improve in the Metropolitan Division. The Capitals look to win on their home ice, but the Penguins look to step up and control this game. The Penguins, who average 3.28 goals per game, should find the back of the net at will with Sidney Crosby, Jake Guentzel, and the rest of the forward unit carrying the puck into the offensive zone and creating open shots with great puck movement. The Penguins should also limit the Capitals' offense with Marcus Peterson, Brian Dumoulin, and the rest of the defensive unit, creating turnovers in the defensive zone and limiting shooting lanes, allowing goaltender Tristan Jarry to make plenty of big saves. The Penguins should win the game with a strong performance on the road. Take the Penguins' money line as road favorites. Winnipeg Jets vs Buffalo Sabres. The Buffalo Sabres remain on the road Thursday with a trip into Winnipeg to take on the Jets. Buffalo beat St. Louis 5-3 on Tuesday. Tage Thompson led the Sabres in the win with a goal and 2 assists. Buffalo is 4th in the Atlantic Division with a 25-19-3 record. The Sabres are 17-6 on their home ice. The Jets are having a great season and look to win the upcoming game at home. The problem is that the Sabres are having a great season and look to control this game on both ends of the ice. The Sabres, who average 3.81 goals per game, should pile on the goals with Tage Thompson, Alex Tuch, and the rest of the forward unit, establishing a strong offensive zone presence and creating open shots with great puck movement. The Sabres should also limit the Jets' offense with Rasmus Dahlin, Owen Power, and the rest of the defensive unit, creating turnovers in the defensive zone and limiting shots on the net, allowing goaltender Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen to make plenty of big saves. The Sabres should win the game and provide great odds in the process as road underdogs. Take the Sabres money line as road underdogs. Nashville Predators vs New Jersey Devils. The New Jersey Devils face the Nashville Predators, with both teams heading in opposite directions this season. The Devils have a 31-12-4 record and with back-to-back wins, have jumped to the top of the Metropolitan Division. The Predators have a 23-18-6 record but have won their last 2 games to improve in the Central Division. Both teams look to improve in their divisions, and the upcoming game should be a good one as a result. The Predators look to win on their home ice, but the Devils are having a great season and look to control this game from the first period. The Devils, who average 3.47 goals per game, should pile on the goals with Jack Hughes, Jesper Bratt, and the rest of the forward unit, carrying the puck into the offensive zone and creating open shots with great puck movement. The Devils, who allow only 2.60 goals per game, should limit the Predators' offense with Dougie Hamilton, Ryan Graves, and the rest of the defensive unit, creating turnovers in the defensive zone and limiting shots on the net, allowing goaltender Vitek Vanecek to make plenty of big saves. Our team pick is Devils money line. The Devils should win the game with a strong performance on the road to win their 3rd game in a row. Minnesota Wild vs Philadelphia Flyers. The Philadelphia Flyers go back on the road Thursday night to Minnesota for a game against the Minnesota Wild. Philadelphia comes into Thursday struggling as of late and losing 3 of the last 4, including 2 in a row after a 4-3 loss in overtime against Los Angeles. Carter Hart was terrible in the net for Philadelphia, posting a .895 save percentage after allowing 4 goals on 38 shots in just over 61 minutes of game time. James Van Riemsdyk led the way for the Philadelphia offense with 1 goal and 1 assist in just under 13.5 minutes on the ice. The Flyers are looking to bounce back from a rough overtime loss, but I like the Wild to step up on their home ice and dominate this game. The Wild should pile on the goals against the Flyers, who allow 3.22 goals per game, with Kirill Kaprizov, Matt Zuccarello, and the rest of the forward unit carrying the puck into the offensive zone and creating open shots with great puck movement. The Wild, who allow only 2.87 goals per game, should also limit the Flyers' offense, which averages only 2.78 goals per game, with Jared Spurgeon, Matthew Dumba, and the rest of the defensive unit creating turnovers in the defensive zone and limiting shooting lanes, allowing goaltender Philip Gustafsson to make plenty of big saves. Our team pick is Wild minus 1.5 points. The Wild should win the game and cover the spread in a dominant win on their home ice.